Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name would be Russ Shaw, and this is, of course, Russ Shaw TV. I'm going to get into the records bought so far in 2024. If you start enjoying this video in any way, and you may actually like it, there's a little button down there. Just hit that like button. I'm not going to tell you to smash it because that's stupid. Yeah, you know, this 2024, I'm going to start telling people what to like. That's my New Year's resolution. It's the only one I got, so sticking to it. All right, so I'm wearing my Fat Cat Record shirt from Fat Cat Records in Wallingford neighborhood of Seattle, which just moved. Made a video about that. It was the last video in the chain of videos here. So 667 was Frank's new store. And I got more records than just this record, which I was checking out. So I was at work and I had a cancellation, you know, so I was gonna go to another gig, and then that gig got canceled, so I went back into the record store and I got more records from Frank's shop, and I'm going to share those with you now. But first, I wanted to show you this. I did not get this at Frank's shop. There's a little story to this record. This was really cool, and I don't collect 7 inches, but I just couldn't pass this up. I mean, right? I'll tell you that story in a minute. But first, some of the stuff I got at Frank's establishment there. TS CDs. I did get this pack of CDs. That is the Beastie Boys anthology. The Sounds of Silence. It sounds familiar. Isn't there a record? Somebody... Just kidding. I know it's Simon and Garfunkel. Duh! I might be dumb, but I'm not an idiot. So, Beastie Boys, this was $5. There's a Future that unfortunately didn't happen. And then there's Past. You know, there they are as kids hanging out. Very cool. 2 CDs. It's got like a little booklet in it of like photos and stuff like that. I imagine this was a set of records too. It must have been at some point, right? There's got to be somebody who's got a box set of maybe the vinyl on this, and it comes with that. Here's this, but this is really cool. Got to show you this real quick. It comes with a little book with a bunch of like photos and stuff of the Beastie Boys and stories and things. Photography. It is it's an amazing thing. I can't wait to sit down with it and have some time to digest all this. But the vinyl, I'm getting to that. Okay, records that we got at Frank's. Nazareth 2XS, or 2 times S. Anyway, this came out in 1973, and it is the first album to chart by the band. I mean, this was kind of their breakout album. Love Nazareth. If you're not familiar with Nazareth, yeah, Nazareth. Nazareth's awesome. That album you see a lot. It's their most popular song, you know. So that, I mean, they're so underrated. This band. They're a great band, and you don't hear enough about them in rock and roll history and people talking about Nazareth. Nazareth is a really great rock and roll band, and I think they need some more love. You know what I'm saying? Here's another one that got a Fat Cat Records for $4.99. This is a 10cc album. How dare you? I think somebody was sharing this. I can't remember who it was. They were sharing this and talking about like walking into it. Look. cover on one of the vinyl tags, and that's the scene to walk into. I forget who it was, but brilliant. This is a way better copy than an old one we had. It was like really scratchy. I think I got rid of it or sold it or gave it to somebody. It was in beat condition. This one is in incredible condition, and it's only $5. I mean, the wax is in good shape. This jacket's in good shape. Couldn't pass that up. All right, the Kinks. Been in a little bit of a Kinks kick and found this for $3. The Kinks Preservation Act. Love the Kinks. I was first introduced to the Kinks by the band Van Halen, who covered some Kinks songs. Right? If you're familiar. Girl, you really got me now. Okay. Got this one too. Commander Cody. This was $3. And I hadn't even heard of this record before. Commander Cody, of course, is famous for "Gonna drive me to drinking if you don't quit driving that hot rod Lincoln." That's his big hit song, but this is some cool stuff. We spun this morning. It's rock and roll for truckers. It sounds a little country, I'm not gonna lie. But look at the back, it's got all these classic trucks on the back or on the outside, and there's the band. This is a fun record. Truck stop rock, truck driving man. There's a cover of Elvis's "Rip It Up," "Craving Your Love." A lot of great stuff on here. All right, so that was what I got at Frank's shop. And after leaving Frank's shop, he's just not too far from another record store that I enjoy. He's closer to Highway 99. And then right over Highway 99 is Daybreak Records. So I stopped at Daybreak Records. And because it was just down the street. And I was in the town. So I thought I might as well. Let's see what they got going on. And found this. The Kinks. The Pile House History. British pop music. This is interesting. So this record was $7. It's a little chewed up on the jacket, right? It's a promo. It's got the corner knocked out. But it's on the original. I don't know. It's like I don't know. This is a British version of K-Tel Records. I don't know. This is cool. Look at old Buick with the paint on it and stuff. Amazing. And here's the wax on the original PYE label. Licensed by Pye, I don't know how to pronounce whatever, Pye Limited England, the Kinks. So that was a cool find. Speaking of the Kinks, found this down there. This is the debut album, 1964, the Kinks. That was a great find. Their first ever. Love that. Well, not their first ever, but you know what I'm saying. All right, what else did we find down there? Daybreak. Rolling Stones. How many Rolling Stones comps are there? This one's kind of rare, though. I don't remember seeing this anywhere, so I was excited to find that. Going with anthologies on this video. 1971 through 1977, like hits and stuff like that. There's this clock right here. That's kind of cool. And Time Waits for No One is on the album It's Only Rock. Waits for no one, and it won't wait for... Yeah, it's another Rolling Stones comp, but I like it. I was happy to find it. So here's a weird Santana record right there. It's kind of cool, right? With the colors and stuff. I believe 1973. Jazz Fusion. I thought, is this a poster? What is this? So just the artwork is really interesting. But this thing, I don't know if it comes apart or if this is how the sleeve works. I don't understand how this is, but it's got like this pouch and you slide. There's more on the inside. See that? On the inside of the sleeve. That's how. Yes, you're welcome. Took you on the full tour inside the sleeve. You don't get that on every VC channel, do you? Got this one. It's good enough for me. Keep this in the collection. Do I need all the Birds albums? No, I don't. But I like this one, and I'll hold on to that one and pass on a lot of other bird stuff. Yardbirds. I like Yardbirds a little bit more than birds with the Y. So that's Daybreak. Hold on. I was in Linwood at a client's place, finished up, and right down the street was Silver Platters in Linwood, just right over the freeway. Boom, Silver Platters. Just thought I'd look around in there, and I found this was on the shelf. Whoa, right? I thought they were sold out of these. I thought these were like, you know, Russ, those are limited edition. They're going to be gone in no time. I even looked on their website, and I didn't see them for sale there. At least the Seattle ones. So this is very cool. I like this record. I do. Rolling Stones. This is an amazing, amazing piece of music. And I like it. And we've been listening to it. I've been listening to it in the car, and I've been listening to it. So look at that. That's Hackney Diamonds right there. Hackney Diamonds, where did that name come from? I had to look it up. And Hackney is a neighborhood in London. It's a rough neighborhood. I looked up a YouTube video. They were talking about like the 6 most dangerous neighborhoods in London, and Hackney was in there. And so Hackney Diamonds are if you leave your car in Hackney and maybe you have something valuable, right, in the seat or something, or in the back seat or something thieves could see. So you might return back to your car and find Hackney Diamonds on the ground. So it's a smash and grab, right? Like somebody smashes your window and your glass turns into Hackney Diamonds in Hackney. That's what that means. That's interesting. Is it some kind of a, you know, artful way of talking about social justice or the poor and the divide between the rich and the poor and all that? I don't know, but it's an interesting name, and I like the artwork on the baseball. They did something with the MLB. I don't understand it. I can't figure it out, but I like that cover a little better, so I'm glad they had that. Joy Division. All right. Glad to get this record. I was down the street. I finished up a gig on Capitol Hill in Seattle, and it was Spin Cycle Records there on Capitol Hill. And this is a replica of the original. With the original, it's like bumpy, and it's got the original sleeve and everything. Joy Division. Manchester, see? Manchester. I got a 10cc record too. Did you see that there, Rob Walker? I do have some Manchester in the collection now, so you're welcome. The Minor Threat record. Spun this morning. Some just killer punk rock stuff. And here's this. Minor Threat. I don't know if they're at like a daycare or something. I'm not sure what's going on back here, but that's pretty awesome. It is a 45, so it would be an EP on 45, white. Very, very cool, and only $20. Paper sleeve though, wah wah. I'd just rather have, come on. Anyway, okay, so this record, I was checking out at Daybreak Records, and he had 45s, rare 45s, right there in front, 7 inches, 45s, But yeah, this is, as I shared before, the original Albert Productions label, Who Made Who, and the live version of Guns for Hire. I don't collect 45s with the big hole. Only the ones with the little hole. Well, that's how I justify it. But was it an impulse buy? Kind of, sorta, I guess. You know, I saw this. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. This record was, look at the cover too. That's really cool artwork. I don't know if that from the movie or what. I remember this Who Made Who and was used in a film that has me thinking about, you know, the autonomous vehicles nowadays. If you remember the AC/DC, the movie, they had all AC/DC music in it. Maximum Overdrive. I don't think that's a picture of the movie because that's Angus playing guitar. It's something interesting. Some very cool artwork there. Maximum Overdrive, 1986, Emilio Estevez. Instead of zombies attacking humans, it's cars and machines attacking humans. And people might have been preparing for the zombie apocalypse, but no one's preparing for, you know, self-driving Teslas that become homicidal. Just saying. So that's it. Just wanted to share that with you. Oh, how much did I pay for this? You're probably asking. And I didn't tell my wife, so she'll react to this in real time. This record was $50. I'm just kidding. It wasn't $50. Did you like? What were you? She's like, what? It wasn't $50. It was like $20. So it was pretty expensive, but it's super collectible, and you probably could have got more than that on the Discogs or wherever. I don't know. But yeah, so it sounds amazing too. We played this the other night, and this is the most expensive record I got. Coming in a close second was Minor Threat. From those two record stores anyway. These records were more expensive. This one was only $26. I think it was lightly used. No, I think it was in the shrink. I don't know. But this is something that just came out fairly recently, so. Joy Division did not have that on the vinyls. So, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe to the channel. If I'm new to you, if you're new to me. It's 2024. Hope you're having a great new year. Hope everything's going well in your life. And you have an optimistic path forward for this upcoming year. Sending out good fortune vibes. There you go. That's all I got. Bye.